You didn't find this video. This video found you. And maybe, just maybe, your soul already knew it was coming. Now, before we go further, drop a comment right now. Let us know. Have you always felt like you were seeing things others couldn't? Because by the end of this message, you'll understand why. We're not talking about physical vision here. We're talking about something far more powerful. The eyes of your spirit. That inner gaze that sees beyond surface level. The knowing that makes no sense to the logical mind, but always ends up being right. Some people call it intuition. Some call it discernment. But the chosen, they know. It's more than just a feeling. It's like your whole being is wired to truth. And you've probably wondered your whole life why you pick up on energy others miss. Why you can sense a person's real intentions behind their smile. Why you can walk into a room and instantly feel the vibe shift. That's not paranoia. That's vision. You were born with it. And here's the thing. This kind of sight, the third eye wisdom that only the chosen carry, it's not flashy. It's not loud. It's subtle. Software ancient. It's been with you since you were a child. Maybe you noticed things before they happened. Maybe you saw dreams that turned real. Maybe you could feel danger or peace without anyone saying a word. People around you thought you were too sensitive. They brushed it off, said you were overthinking, that you were too deep. But that was their way of not understanding the depth of your perception. What they didn't realize was that they were in the presence of someone who sees, not just with the eyes, but with the soul. Now let's pause here. If you're still watching, you're probably already nodding, feeling something stir inside you. That's not random. That's memory. Soul memory. Because the truth is, the chosen were never meant to fit in. You were meant to perceive what others can't. The path of the chosen is often misunderstood. You might have felt isolated, misjudged, even feared sometimes. Not because you're dangerous, but because you reveal things just by being present. The light in your eyes, it exposes shadows people try to hide. And sometimes that scares them. Not because you've done anything wrong, but because your seeing doesn't allow them to pretend anymore. Let's go deeper. There's this moment, and you'll know it when it happens, where your inner eye opens wider than ever before. You stop reacting. You start observing. You begin to realize that not everything that happens around you needs your energy. Because the truth is, your energy is sacred. Chosen ones don't fight every battle. They just see the outcome and walk in peace. Because when your third eye is awakened, your ego goes silent. Your spirit takes the lead. You begin to trust divine timing. You feel people's intentions in their tone, not just their words. You sense what's coming, not out of fear, but because you're in sync with divine intelligence. And let me say this, if people don't understand your silence, your stillness, your boundaries, let them go. You weren't sent here to convince. You were sent here to awaken. And that awakening begins with vision. By now, your soul is probably whispering, "Yes, I've always felt this." That's because the chosen don't learn this. They remember. So what do you do with this kind of sight? You protect it. You honor it. You don't dumb it down just to fit in rooms you've outgrown. Instead, you sharpen it. You meditate. You pray. You connect. Because every time you trust your inner knowing, you're walking in alignment with your divine calling. The more you honor what you see, with your third eye, your spirit eye, the more clarity you gain. And the more clarity you gain, the more unstoppable you become. People won't always clap for your gifts. That's okay. You weren't chosen for applause, you were chosen for impact. Now, if this message has stirred something in you, drop a comment below. Let us know. What has your spirit been seeing lately that your mind didn't understand at first? Because when the chosen gather and speak from the soul, something powerful happens. Before we close, take a moment and breathe. Because you didn't just watch a video, your soul got activated. Your memory is returning. And that inner vision, it's waking up. You see differently now. You are different now. And that's a gift the world desperately needs. So protect it. Speak from it. Lead from it. You were chosen because God trusted you with vision most people wouldn't know how to carry. You see things others will deny until it's too late. But that's okay. They'll remember you said it first, because the chosen always see before it happens. Have you ever wondered why, even in your most quiet moments, the world feels loud to you? It's because your inner eye never sleeps. Your perception is always turned on, always absorbing, always decoding energy. While others scroll, chase, or numb out, you see, you sense, you feel. You know when something is off, and you've probably spent a lot of time doubting yourself for that. But now, no more. You're not imagining it. You never were. That gut instinct, that chill down your spine when someone's smile didn't match their spirit, that whisper telling you to leave that job, that city, that relationship, that's not anxiety. That's divine data being downloaded into your nervous system. Because you, chosen one, are wired for what's coming, not just what's happening. Your third eye isn't just about visions or seeing the unseen. It's about alignment. It's about knowing the truth when lies are dressed up in perfection. It's about seeing someone's trauma in their tone of voice. It's about hearing what wasn't said in a conversation. And it's about sensing the why behind the what. And the craziest part? You probably thought everybody else had this too. But they don't. Not because they're blind, but because they haven't been assigned to carry it. This gift, your sight, it's not for entertainment. It's not for showing off. It's for protection, yours and others. You were given this insight to lead, not follow. You see through manipulation, through masks, through fake love, through fake loyalty. And for most of your life, this probably hurt you. It probably made you feel alienated, weird, overly intense. You might have even shut it off at times, thinking maybe if you stopped noticing so much, you could belong more. But every time you tried to dim it down, your spirit screamed. Because you weren't meant to be dim. You were meant to be clear. Chosen ones carry the weight of vision. You get clarity that costs you comfort. You get insight that isolates you. You get warnings in your dreams, and you wake up feeling things before they unfold. That's not a burden. That's an anointing. And it's why the enemy tries to distract you, tempt you, or break your focus. Because if you ever fully embraced what you see, you'd be unstoppable. Now, here's the deeper truth. Your third eye, your spiritual perception, doesn't only detect external deception, it also scans you. It shows you your own shadows. It pulls you toward healing. It brings up things you thought you buried so that you can be free. And that's where the real work begins. Because being chosen doesn't mean you escape the fire. It means you're refined by it. You walk through it and come out carrying blueprints for others. Your spiritual sight is sharpening now. You can probably feel it. You're noticing synchronicities more, seeing angel numbers, hearing messages in silence, getting downloads that feel like lightning in your chest. You're not going crazy. You're getting ready. Ready for what? For the assignment, the influence, the responsibility. Because those who see must lead. You're no longer called to entertain confusion. You're called to cut through it. You're no longer here to blend in. You're here to break patterns. You're not supposed to question your knowing. You're supposed to trust it. So what's next? You sharpen the gift. You clean your energy. You stay in divine alignment. You stop explaining your sight to people who don't want to see. Because when you spend your time convincing, you water down the frequency you're here to raise. You were born with a sacred antenna, and the channel is now clear. You don't need more proof. You don't need more permission. You just need to remember. You are not a mistake. You are not imagining things. You are not too much. You are seeing clearly, and it's time to walk in that truth. If you've made it this far, it's no accident. You weren't scrolling. You were summoned. You weren't looking for a video. Your soul was looking for a mirror. And if something stirred in your chest, if you felt seen, felt heard, even relieved, then that's your confirmation. You are one of the chosen, not chosen for fame or clout, not chosen to be worshipped, chosen to wake up, to remember, to help others remember. That's why it's been hard. That's why you felt alone. That's why your silence was louder than everyone else's noise. You weren't broken. You were being rebuilt. You weren't lost. You were being led. And the pain wasn't punishment. It was preparation. Now, the world won't understand this shift in you. Some people will drift away. Let them. Some will say you've changed. You have. And some will look at you and not know why they feel afraid. It's not fear. It's recognition. They sense the light in you, the clarity, the fire. And when the world is full of noise, people will start turning toward the ones who can see in silence. That's you.